Are you stuck in Mythic and can't see yourself getting this shiny Master's emblem? Well, in today's video I will show you the only 8 tips you need in order to get Masters in Ranked this season. If you found this video helpful, make sure to like and subscribe. So the first tip is to get familiar with the game modes, maps and modifiers. As we all know, in every update we have different modifiers. In this update we were introduced to 3 different modes: Momentum, Super Bushy and Barber Ammo. The Momentum modifier increases your movement speed whenever you hit an enemy. That means you need brawlers that have fast reload speed. The Super Boost modifier grows boosts during the match, so the best brawlers are mostly tanks. Lastly, the Barber Ammo causes additional damage when you damage an enemy, so for this modifier the best brawlers are mostly fast reload speed and brawlers that poison enemies. The game modes mostly stay the same, so you are probably familiar with most of them. Every game mode has some brawlers that are very good at this mode. For example, Genie is very bad in Brawl Ball, but he is very good in Gem Grab since you can pull the Gem Carrier and win the game. You must be familiar with each game mode, how it works and the best brawlers to pick. Lastly, you need to understand the map that you are playing. Just like the game modes, you need to be familiar with most of the maps. You need to get used to playing on these specific maps so you can position yourself better and also understand which brawlers are good and which ones to avoid picking. The second part is about drafting. Drafting has to be one of the most important things you must learn if you want to get Masters. My advice would be to always see if you have first pick or not. If you have first pick, do not ban the best brawlers on this map or the most overpowered brawler in this meta. For example, Mo right now is the best brawler in the game, so if you have first pick, ban other brawlers that counter him, and if the enemy does not ban him, pick him. If however the enemy team has first pick, you need to always ban the best brawlers, since there is a high chance that they can pick that brawler and give you a difficult time. For example, in this game we were playing Brawl Ball. In this map, Mo, Gale are very good first picks, and since they have first pick, we have to ban these brawlers in order to avoid the enemy getting them. As you can see, they didn't ban Mo, so if we didn't ban him either, they would have first picked him and most likely won the game. Another good example is in this game in which we actually forgot to ban Mo, and since the enemy team had first pick, they didn't ban him either, so they just first picked him and we lost. So in general, always ban the brawlers or the most overpowered brawlers if you don't have first pick. If you have first pick, ban the brawlers that counter your pick, and if the enemy team forgets to ban the best brawler in this map or meta, pick that brawler. The third part is about what brawlers you need to upgrade. The brawlers you must upgrade in order to reach Masters mostly depend on the map, the game mode and the modifier. As we said before, the Momentum modifier gives you increased movement speed by hitting an enemy. The best brawlers in this modifier are Crow, Ems, Amber, Byron and generally brawlers that have fast reload speed, so make sure you max out one of these brawlers. For the Super Boost modifier, I would suggest tanks, since boosts keep growing during the match and tanks are very good in boosty maps. However, it really depends on the map, if it's an open map or not. You mostly want to pick tanks, like Rosa for example, with the first up power that heals you over time, or tank killers like Shelly, if the enemy team picks tanks. Lastly, for the Barber Ammo modifier, you want to pick brawlers like Byron, Crow, Amber and in general brawlers that have fast reload speed, just like the Momentum modifier, so you don't let the enemies heal. Now for the game modes and maps, you need to keep up with the most meta brawlers. For open maps, you need to upgrade long range brawlers like Belle, Piper, Angelo that are very good in knockout or heist. For more closed maps, upgrade brawlers like Daryl, Mo, Gale because they are very good in this meta right now. Your goal is to max out brawlers for every game mode, map and modifier. If you have certain brawlers for each one, you will reach Masters easily and without having to spend a lot of coins trying to upgrade every brawler. The fourth tip is coordination. If you're playing with randoms, you need to communicate in some way. This is where you need to become the leader of the team and suggest bans and brawlers. You can't expect your teammates to know the best picks or bans, so you have to suggest brawlers that are not only good in the map, game mode or modifier, but also have good synergy with the other brawlers on your team. For example, you mostly need a mid brawler and 2 lane brawlers. If your teammates pick 2 mid brawlers, that will make things more difficult and you will most likely lose the game, just because there is no team synergy. That's why you need to develop game sense and always suggest brawlers that coordinate well together, so you avoid the randoms going Edgar every game. The 5th tip is that you cannot derank. That means that if you're super close to Mythic or Legendary and you reach that milestone, you cannot drop below. Once you reach Mythic, you cannot drop to Diamond, and once you reach Legendary, you cannot drop to Mythic. Having that in mind, don't play risky if you're super close to the next milestone. Wait for a duo or for a team and play together in order to secure the badge. Remember that in order to achieve Masters you need a lot of time, so don't rush things because you may tilt a lot and eventually lose hope. Another super useful tip that will help you achieve Masters is playing with a duo. Playing with one of your friends will surely help you if you have good synergy, since you can communicate better and win most of the games. You won't get that much elo, but if you have a good win rate, it will be much faster and easier. You can also voice chat during the draft and the games, so you make sure to ban the correct brawlers, pick the brawlers that coordinate well together, and give each other information during the match that will help you win the game. Another tip is to play carry brawlers. We all know that you cannot always rely on your randoms, especially if you're playing solo, so you need most of the time to pick brawlers that can carry the team. Choose meta brawlers that you comfortably play, rather than brawlers that are good but you have never played before or you don't know the mechanics that much. For example, if you're playing gem grab, pick a mid brawler and become the gem carrier, since you cannot trust your randoms holding the gems. That also works in heist. You need to pick a brawler that can do damage. Another good example is in bounty. You have to pick a brawler that can easily kill enemies but also keep the stars. For example, Piper is a very good carry brawler in open bounty maps. All in all, you have to pick brawlers that will secure the win, rather than playing a support brawler. The last part is about mentality. Mentality plays a huge role in Brawl Stars. You need to develop the mentality where you don't really care about how your random teammates play. Try to focus on your gameplay in order to prevent bad plays. Moreover, when you get angry or stressed, you actually perform a lot worse. So just try to be calm and focus on yourself rather than blaming your randoms for everything. That's all the tips you need to know if you want to push to Masters every season. Nowadays it's super easy to hit Masters, you just need to upgrade the brawlers that I advised you to and stay with a positive mindset. Get some help with one of your friends and do exactly what I said, and you will see major difference in your gameplay and your ranks. Make sure to like and subscribe if you found this video helpful, and I will see you in the next one. Peace.